Hello everyone, my name is Tejo Duwole. It's nice to be with you. I'm really happy you're a part of this group. I have a few recordings also for the married and those that are engaged, and this one is for the single. So if you're here on this platform and you're single, this is for you. I need you to understand that the stage of life that you're in is one of the most important. You have the opportunity of making a choice, and you better don't blow it. No matter how cute the guy is, and he's not a child of God, he's not cute enough. No matter how rich he is, if he's not a child of God, he does not share the same values with you, he does not serve God, he doesn't fear God, then no matter how cute he is, he's not rich enough, he's not good enough. So I see some of us single ladies, you know, we take other things as priority above God's word and above the leading of the Spirit. I want to say to you that it might be very dangerous. Am I saying all the born-again brothers are the best? Yes. Am I saying all the born-again brothers can be your husband? No. You definitely have to even choose among the brothers that are born again. But please make sure that this person that you're about to date is a child of God. There are some other things also that you need to look out for, but I need to mention to you, this is number one. Please don't date an unbeliever. Don't even start. Once you see that that feeling is coming up, analyze the feeling and get it to be quiet, because you would not just have any confidence to approach God when you know that in the first place you have done the wrong thing. Secondly, I want to say to you, it's very important these days, the working on genotype and health issues. Please ensure that the person you're getting into a relationship with, you're not going to put the child that will be done at risk. A lot of schools of thoughts I have heard, yes, I can imagine some of us would be saying, oh, what if, what if, what if? But look at it this way, prevention is better than cure. Look at it this way, what if what you planned for the future did not happen, and you have done something in the present that has affected the future? It's very important. Another thing you need to understand this person. What are his passions? What does he like? Someone who likes football, bet you he's going to spend money on jersey. He's going to throw a party when his team wins. Up Gunners, Gunners forever, all Blues and everything. He will spend money on it. So know what his passions are. If he has a nickname, find out why they call him that nickname. I use this as my example, one of our pastors. So anywhere he sees this, I know he's used to me using it as an example. His nickname is Danger Mouse. They call him Danger Mouse, Danger Mouse. You never found out why he's being called Danger and a Mouse. You never found out, just, that's his nickname. His nickname is Danger Mouse. And you're just enjoying the flow. It's very important for you to know that that is a key area. Now, there might be some unhealthy reasons why some of us get into relationships. And I want to say to you, even if you're here and you're waiting on God for a spouse, you know, probably, especially if your age is way beyond what we consider the regular age for marriage, please wait on God. I trust God. Bible says none will lack a mate. God will bring that right man your way. Please don't compromise. I know it's tough. I've heard a lot of people say it's tough. I was one of the last to get into a relationship among my group of friends. So the little experience I had then, I can only imagine if I, you know, kind of extrapolate it and see what some people are going through in their late 20s, in their early 30s, some even in their mid to late 30s, and they're still trusting God. But I want to appeal to you, I want to beg you, please wait on God. There is nothing that will be as sweet as waiting on God. Please wait on God. God will honor your faith, and God will strengthen you. He would help you to be able to wait on Him properly. So please, let's learn to do the right things. So don't just go in, don't just be in a hurry. Oh, I'm lonely, and so because of loneliness, you just jump on the next available one. Or some of us will now do the exact opposite. You are full of all forms of shakara. That guy must be this, he must be that. You know, I once heard a woman of God saying that if you're crazy about the G-Wagon he's driving, don't be too, you are not even sure if that is the last G-Wagon he will drive in his life. But there might be someone, note, there might be someone over there who isn't driving a G-Wagon for now, today, but will drive many tomorrow, even with the best of the cars tomorrow. Don't go after a man because of what he drives. go with a man because of what drives him from the inside. And like my husband will say, don't marry a man because he has a television, his house is well furnished. Marry him because he has a vision, something he's pursuing in his life, a purpose. And when you marry him because of that, he will put you on television. So, but what is important for you at this stage of your life is to know how God speaks to you. If you don't know how God speaks to you, you're going to have a problem making a choice. Listen to advice. People will tell you all manner of things. Try it. Find out the one that is true. Find out the one that is good and follow those advices. And at the end of the day, you will get to a proper destination. You will get to that expected end, and your expectation will not be cut short. I hope I've been able to say two things that would be a blessing to you. You have questions, observations, anything, please feel free. After this video, please put it on the chat, on the group, and we'll get to discuss it. Thank you very much for being part of this. I appreciate you. I celebrate you. Your future is so bright.